Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuff channel. Don't know why I've got those on. Don't need them for the video. But I guess all the chaos, well, not so much chaos, just sitting around having a think. And I've decided to blow up my trade plans. So, doing another video, it's probably better to explain it than to just make a comment on the video. Um, Plus, might get a few more views for the channel. How good. But I guess the thinking originally stemmed from CD Lamb. So saw a report that maybe the ankle injury isn't as bad as first thought. He probably won't play this week, which isn't the worst. They're up against Green Bay, obviously the Micah Parsons Bowl, um, and Green Bay's defense is really good. So CeeDee Lamb probably wasn't going to be outstanding in this game if he was playing. But then if he does come back week 5, week 6, you can see some nice matchups against the Jets, Carolina, and then even after that, like Washington, the strongest defense. Denver obviously are a good defense, but um, CeeDee Lamb is an elite wide receiver. So I think the moral of the story is if we're trying to get him back in a few weeks, he's probably not going to be that much cheaper. Um, and I guess in general, probably something that's cost me a lot in other formats in the past is playing conservative. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a bit more of an attacking approach. So if we have a look at the trades, we want to keep Lamb, but we still want Nakua. So the question is, how can we do that? So I guess the obvious one is just to swap, you know, Chase for Nakua, Thornton for Hunter. But I don't think we quite have. Actually, we do have the money to do that. So that's the obvious choice, but it still feels a little bit safe. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to blow all this up, revert everything the way it was. So I guess the wide receivers I'm all okay with. We'd just love to get Nakua in over Hunter, and that wide receiver room is pretty nice. But obviously we need to make some cash somewhere. So the super aggressive move is Saquon Barkley out. So Saquon has a break even of 68. So he can rip that in any given week, which is the risk. But the next couple of fixtures, we've got Tampa Bay away, and you can see he hasn't gone big the last couple of matchups. Admittedly, he hasn't played that many games against them, but you know they've done pretty well. Then you've got Denver, which we talk about is a quality defense. So probably what we want to do is we want to target him to play against the Giants, the team that let him go. He went awesome against them last year, and then he has them 2 out of the 3 weeks from week 6 to 8, just before his bye. So what I'm thinking is we do a quick downgrade for Barkley with the hope that Javonte Williams, we should be able to flip him back in a couple of weeks. And so then the question is, well, who do we bring in at the cheap level? We've got Scatterbird, we've got Hampton are the two options we like. Excuse me. So I think, and they play each other this week as well, which is really interesting. But I think Hampton's a slightly more playable option. So we're going to bring him in. But in the interest of being super aggressive, we're going to trade out Genty and we're going to take the money that Scatterbo is going to make a bit quicker. So instead of trading 3 wide receivers, we're now trading a couple of running backs. So I guess our structure will look a bit more similar to other teams where I know a lot of teams have started 3 running backs and then the cheapies. Obviously, we started with the 4 running backs, and I think that's been part of the reason why we've done pretty well. But I think now we've identified that these are the 2 playable cheapies in any given week. Williams is going to make some more money this week, -4 break even. Again, Green Bay is a great defense, so he might not pop off, but we just need him to hold tight for a couple of weeks until he can get Saquon back in. So I'm thinking that's the move that I'm going to make. I just need to change Josh Allen back into the starting lineup, and then Nakua comes in for Lamb. As I said, I don't think he'll play this week, but it saves us the two trades of having to trade him back in. And and also I guess similar with Jamar Chase. Obviously, the trade off is we've done it with Saquon, but I think the break even and the money was the main factor in this sort of reconfiguration of the team. So I guess then it does give us a bit of a headache when Lamb does come back because you've got some great options. Maybe by then Pearsall or Dunze, it's ready to upgrade, downgrade sort of thing as well. So we can still get our St. Browns, we can still get our neighbours in the team, and then that's probably the six that we're targeting. So we can work the rest out from there. So yeah, so just wanted to get on real quick an update with why the video next week is going to look a bit different. I say that there might be a video every day this week with me making changes, but this does have that upside that I like with Hampton and Scatterbo, as well as obviously Nakua is the blue chip guy we want to get in. So yeah, the usual comment, like, subscribe. I won't go through all of it. Nice and quick, and I'll catch you in the next one.